Hello, everyone. Let's discuss this question from October-November 2024, variant 1-1. This is question number 9A, and the question over here reads, from the study by Dement and Kleitman, that is sleep and dreams, outline two dreams reported by participants that had vertical eye movements. Now, if you recall, the study that was conducted by Dement and Kleitman in the year 1957 had three main aims. The first aim of the study was to investigate whether dreaming occurs during REM sleep, or in other words, they wanted to see if participants, when woken up during REM, that is rapid eye movement, they'd be able to recall the dreams better. The second aim over here was to examine the relationship between dream duration and the rapid eye movement period length. The third aim that we'd be discussing today was about the extent to which there was a relationship between the pattern of rapid eye movement and the content of the dream. Let me repeat the third aim over here. Through this aim, Dement and Kleitman, they wanted to explore whether there was a relationship between the eye movement patterns and if they had any relationship or link with the content of the dream. Now, having a look at the question over here, the question reads, outline two dreams reported by participants that had vertical eye movement. Outline two dreams reported by participants that had vertical eye movement. Having a quick look at the command word over here is outline. So we're expected to outline two dreams that were reported by the participants. This is a 4-mark question, and for each dream, we should have 2 marks in our mind. So for each dream, each dream that was reported, the examiner expects us to remember, recall, and put it down on the answer script. Now, having a quick look at the marking criteria, there are 2 marks for a detailed answer. 2 marks, I'm talking about these marks over here, 2 marks per dream. So this is what we're talking about here, right? Now, taking this ahead, I'd like to take this opportunity and help you quickly revise with with the results related to the third aim. That is the relationship between the pattern of eye movement and the content of the dream. Giving this a quick read, a total number of 35 awakening was accumulated from the 9 subjects. A total of 35 awakenings was accumulated from 9 subjects. Periods of either pure vertical or horizontal movements were extremely rare. 3 such periods of vertical movements were seen. So remember, we're talking about 3 such movements. Out of these 3 such movements, we're expected to recall and write down any 2. After each of these, the dream content involved a predominance of action in the vertical plane. So let's give this a quick read. Over here, we have the first dream that was reported. This is the second one, and this is the third one. So the first one subject dreamt of standing at the bottom of a tall cliff operating some sort of hoist and looking up at climbers at various levels and down at the hoist machinery. The second one, another subject dreamt of climbing up a series of ladders, looking up and down as he climbed. The third one, in the third instance, the dreamer was throwing basketballs at a net, first shooting and looking up at the net, and then looking down to pick another ball off the floor. Now, these were the 3 dreams that were reported when the participant was experiencing a vertical eye movement. Now, let's take this ahead real quick. Only one instance of pure horizontal movement was seen. There's a possibility you might end up getting a question in your CIs where you asked by the examiner to write down about the one dream that was reported by the participant when he could recall when he was experiencing a horizontal eye movement. So only one instance of pure horizontal movement was seen. In the associated dream, the subject was watching 2 people throwing tomatoes at each other. Number 3, on 10 occasions, subjects were awakened after 1 minute of little or no eye movement. Now, again, see, because you've had a question once on vertical eye movement dreams being reported, There's a possibility the next time when you're sitting for examination, you might end up getting a question where you're expected to write down about that one dream that the participant reported when he was experiencing horizontal eye movement. Or there's a possibility you might end up getting a question where the examiner asks you to write down or give an example of a dream where there was little or no eye movement. Now, taking this ahead, this is from the original research paper. In these, the dreams all had the common property that the dreamer was watching something at a distance or just staring fixedly at some object. In two of these awakenings in different subjects, the patterns were the same as follows. Now, what was the pattern here? About a minute of ocular inactivity followed by several large movements to the left just a second or two before the awakening. Now ocular has to do with the eye. Let's read it again. About a minute of ocular inactivity followed by several large movements to the left just a second or two before the awakening. In both instances, interestingly enough, they were virtually identical as regards to the dream content. In one case, subject was driving a car and staring at the road ahead. He approached an intersection and was startled by the sudden appearance of a car speeding at him from the left as the bell rang. In the other, the dreamer was also driving a car and staring at the road ahead. Just before the awakening, he saw a man standing on the left side of the road and hailed or greeted him as he drove past. So, if you're getting a question that says, give two examples of such dreams that were recalled when there was little or no eye movement, you could write down about this and this both. Now, quickly reading through this, just so that if you want, you could learn this as well. In the 21 awakenings, after a mixture of movements, subjects were always looking at things close to them, objects or people. Typical reports were of talking to a group of people, looking for something, fighting with someone, and so forth. There was no recall of distant or vertical activity. Now, I hope there's more, just in case if you want to give this a read and learn. But I think by discussing this, we'd be able to answer this particular question. Getting back to this question, the question again read, from the study by Dement and Kleitman outline two dreams reported by participants that had vertical eye movement. So for you to score 2 marks, you could write, one participant reported a dream of standing at the bottom of a cliff, operating a hoist looking at the climbers on the cliff. So this is how you're securing 2 marks. For the other 2 marks that you are to work for, you have two more dreams. You could write down about the dream about the ladder or basketball. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.